All right, here we are. We are on the home stretch of the 2010 Toyota Avalon. I have a whole bunch of videos on. We have two things left to do, and they are both top side of the engine. It needs an upper engine mount replaced, and it needs the power steering return line. So depending on which video you're on, you're watching one of those repairs. So let's go take a look at what those things are, and I'll go over why they're bad. First things first, let me get my headlamp going. So here in the motor mount, you'll see all this rubber is blown out in here. It's not super horrible, but we're gonna swap it while we're in here for sure. So with this motor mount, you'll see you got a bunch of 14 millimeters. At first glance, it looks like you can just take this bolt out here, that bolt out up there, as long as you support the engine, flop this puppy out, pop the new one in. You probably can. You might be able to flex this brake line enough, but this bolt is long. It's gonna come all the way to here, so you'd have to flex this line down enough to pull that bolt all the way out, maybe even pick up your coolant reservoir. So instead, what I'm gonna do is we are going to put a jack on the oil pan with a block of wood to support it, and we are going to pull this 14 millimeter here. We're gonna pull this one, this one, this one, and that one, along with this little bracket, and then this whole bracket will come out with this coming out, and we'll unbolt this on the bench over there. Then with this out, I'm going to tackle the power steering line, and then I'll put this in at the end. So that is my plan here. Hopefully this is not too confusing for two separate videos, but yeah, let me get the engine supported with the jack, and then we'll get to work. All right, here we are. We got a 4x4 underneath on the jack supporting the engine. So you just literally put it around the oil pan, jack it up. The wood has enough compression in it, it won't damage anything. Just put a little tension on it. But here we go. So I get a lot of complaints about shaky camera footage, so I'm trying to improve on that. Well, yeah, there we go. Both 12 millimeters are off. We're going to set them up on the cowl. Now we're going to swap out this 12 for this 14. We're going to take this back one loose here, which I'll tell you. We're going to do this one first. Dadgum, how tight is that? Let's get that one loose. Let's just check them all. There's that one. That one. This one. And that one. And that guy. So simple as that. We are going to set this one for the bracket back here with the bolts that it goes to. We'll lift this bracket off, set it up there as well. And now I kind of want to leave these bolts in their respective holes. Well, I guess this one can't stay in there, so that one's got to come out. So we'll set it up here. Just keep them organized. They're going to be different lengths, it appears, and I don't know how different. So these two come down here. I think it's actually going to be super apparent. So let's set these two up there. Let's set the super long one up here as well. And yeah, it's extremely apparent. Obviously the two matching bolts go together. The long bolt is the long bolt. So we will do that. Now let me get my new one out. I will have a link up in the video, by the way, right meow, and links in the description for a replacement mount through Amazon. If you order that, it really helps us out. They give us some kickbacks and helps kind of pay for doing all these videos. So if you're not in a hurry and you'd like to order that, we really do appreciate it. But here we go. Perfecto. Make sure you match it up to the motor mount that's in there, because the leg actually has a slight angle to it. So you want to make sure you get it in the right orientation before you do. So with mine, I just laid it in the way that it's going to go. Oh yeah, it's even more blown out than I thought. We're going to move these little rubbers over, because why the heck not? This one's broken. So We'll slide that puppy in there. Get our bolt back through. Just like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to snug it. But I don't want to tighten it all the way. I want this to be able to free move. So we will get a wrench in once we have this back in the vehicle, and then we will tighten it with a wrench once all of these other bolts are in their respective locations. But I mean, it was as easy as that. Just like, again, make sure you support the motor before you take it out. But wham bam, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I will pick up, I guess, whenever I slide this back in, just so you can see what I'm talking about by not tightening this quite yet. But for now, I'm going to move over to the power steering line. All right, here we go, finishing up this motor mount so I can get this puppy back to Mr. Livingston. So here we go. So I just want to show you, I left it loose, like I said, to make sure that it can swivel and go in the orientation. All my bolts are now started. So I'm going to shoot all of the bolts first. I'm going to snug that one, then I'll snug the front ones here. Basically, we're just going to make sure all of these are done and tightened down. There's a torque spec for these, which I will look up and I will put it on the screen here for you. Just a moment. But now I'm going to shoot all of these tight, right? And then once these are all tight, then I'll tighten this with a wrench. Does that make, hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, we're going to tighten every mounting bolt until it's torqued down right, and then we'll tighten this with a wrench until it's nice and tight. Then we're going to drop the jack out. Also, don't forget about your little bracket with the 12 millimeters. There you go. That is how you change that motor mount. It is super easy, and hopefully it'll save you some money in the future. If the video helps you out, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to order the part on Amazon. Really helps us out. Links in the description and up in the video. And thanks for watching.